You're inside the Mouse Castle with Tim and Anthony. Visit us at themousecastle.com. Follow the Mouse Castle on Facebook and Inside the MC on Twitter. Inside the Mouse Castle is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. Soon, you'll understand why. Here's Tim and Anthony.
Welcome inside the Mouse Castle. I'm Tim Calloway.
And I'm Anthony Reynolds. It is January 4th, 2016.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It is the year 2016.
It is. We made it.
Auld Lang Syne. I don't even know what that means.
I honestly don't know. Doesn't matter.
I never really sing it.
No, I don't. Not at all.
Like in my music classes in like elementary school, you were led to believe that everybody would sing that song on New Year's. Like, oh, this is the New Year's song. And I really don't hear it that much.
You really don't. Guy Lombardo's dead, so who cares?
You say God is dead?
I said Guy Lombardo before your time.
Okay.
Never mind.
I was like, you got really deep.
Guy Lombardo. Anyway, we are your weekly dose of Disney news, information, and commentary. And what's coming up in this new year, Anthony?
Well, George Lucas is calling Disney white slavers, then takes it back. That's weird.
I'm just kidding.
Star Wars The Force Awakens keeps setting box office records, and should we put an end to Zootopia porn?
I didn't think you could keep a straight face reading
Well,
that
I've seen
line.
the porn. I mean, it's straight, it's not straight, it's all over the map. Research. That's all next inside the Mouse Castle. George Lucas is being a whiny little bitch again.
I know. I'm really having trouble with this. I mean, he had to know at some point a few years ago. Was it 2 years, 3 years? How long ago was it when he sold Lucasfilm to Disney?
It was like 2 years ago.
And he had to have realized at some point that it wasn't his baby anymore.
He doesn't care.
No.
He calls Disney white slavers out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was being, interviewed by, Charlie Rose?
Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
He said he, quote, sold them to white slavers that take these things, and then he just trailed off. I want to know what that "and" was. Where was he going?
I don't
This
know.
could have been more of a story if he kept talking.
But the thing that's so crazy about this is this isn't the first time that he's made offhand comments about Disney and about the new Star Wars film that led us to believe that he wasn't happy.
He's never happy.
No.
I don't think he's been happy since before Episode 1. Maybe the day before Episode 1 released in theaters was the last day he was happy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out where it came from, and then Disney hands him $4 billion. But I'm still not happy. I'm still going to say I don't like what you're doing.
He'd complain if you hung him with a new rope, Tim.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then he took it back, though.
Yeah. Then I'm
It's
sure
like, okay, LOL.
Bob Iger probably gave him a call saying, George.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody called and said, okay, listen.
Enough.
Because,
already.
he just totally backpedaled. I've been with him for 40 years, and I chose them, blah, blah, blah. Then why'd you say that in the first place, George? And he's mad that they made a retro film. He didn't want to do that.
Yes, because he said he never repeated himself in the movies. There were always new planets to explore and
We got new planets.
new
We got new
adventures
ships.
and all that.
We got new adventures.
I know. I mean, yeah, it wasn't like The Force Awakens took place on Tatooine. It didn't. In fact, he went back to Tatooine in Episode 6.
God, they went to Tatooine like every freaking movie.
Yeah.
Episodes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Seriously. But I remember him being asked, what he thought about the film. And this was after Kathleen Kennedy had said, oh, yeah, George really liked the movie. And then the first time he was asked publicly what he thought of the film, he said, well, I think the fans will like it. I mean, it was
So
such a
passive-aggressive.
backhanded compliment.
He's just a weird guy.
He is. I don't understand. I mean, there's this bitterness about him that's really kind of troubling. I mean, for this incredible Star Wars universe that he created, you just get the feeling that he's just not happy.
Well, it's just everything he does nobody likes because he sucks at stuff. Like, The special editions, it's fine if you want to put those out, but you can't make those the official movie.
Yes, this is true. And
back up to George.
exactly. And and actually we were talking about this before we recorded. I went back and I looked it up. I was making a comparison of George Lucas to John Lasseter. And John Lasseter with Pixar loves to tell this story of right after the first Toy Story movie came out, the first computer animated feature-length film came out. And he and his family are flying cross country and they're in an airport. And John Lasseter spots a kid that has a Woody doll from the movie. And he always says how it struck him at this point that, the audiences were embracing the characters. And because of that, the movie didn't really belong to Pixar anymore. It belonged to the fans. And it's a philosophy that he's kind of went with for all of his years as a filmmaker. Compare that to George Lucas, who it seems like he wants to retain sole ownership of Star Wars and not make it about the fans. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he doesn't care. And if you judge what he's doing, you're still wrong.
Yes, exactly.
Because you don't appreciate what he's doing.
Right.
Or you don't respect the artist's vision.
And if you don't like what he has produced, it's your fault, not his.
And it's too bad because you're not going to get any other version other than the one that he's created.
Yeah.
What a turd.
I mean, I kind of feel bad that he presents himself as being so bitter and so jaded about this epic enterprise that made him successful beyond his wildest dreams.
He has $4 billion and he's still whining.
I don't get it. I truly do not understand what goes on inside that man's mind.
I think we saw a pretty good look at it with Strange Magic. Ron did, at least.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what else George does in his upcoming projects, which he already admits that no one's going to see.
Nobody's going to want to see.
No.
It's going to be like George W. Bush being a painter now. Whatever keeps him busy.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and, good old George Lucas can do whatever he wants. Meanwhile, Star Wars The Force Awakens continues to break all box office records that you can even imagine. It passed Titanic this past weekend for being, it is now makes The Force Awakens the second highest earner of all time in the U.S.
Yep. And it's just coming up on Avatar now. Yep,
exactly. And, we're not talking, worldwide yet, but, considering that it took, I think, 72 days to reach $700 million at the box office. Star Wars did it in 16 days.
That's ridiculous. It's still making money.
Yeah, and I'm reading that from the NBC News website. So, right now, as we're discussing this, The Force Awakens is somewhere around $740.3 million in the U.S. alone.
That's ridiculous.
That is insane.
And people were saying it wasn't going to do that well because it's December release. They're wrong.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what's rewriting the rules of a December release, of a holiday release, because while you get a lot of, prestige, high profile award bait films at the end of the year, the big box office, the big tentpole box office blockbusters, those are saved for summer when more people have time off to go to the movies.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is an exception and Avatar was as well, but people are starting to look at December a little bit differently now.
Very much so. Of course, you don't often get a 900-pound gorilla like Star Wars The Force Awakens.
No. And what the hell was up with Avatar? That was nuts. How that got to be #1 of all time, I don't even know.
Because you had to see it in 3D, so it was a boosted ticket price. And let's be realistic. The Force Awakens is benefiting greatly from 3D screenings and from IMAX screenings.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are opting out of those and just seeing the 2D, which I know. In my mind, I thought that 3D was more popular than it actually is.
Yeah, I saw it in 3D the first time that I saw The Force Awakens, and that was really more because of convenience than anything else.
Yeah.
And the fact that I wanted to buy reserved seat tickets, and that's what was available when that was that huge rush for tickets. The second time I saw it, I just saw it conventional 2D theater, no IMAX, nothing special like that. Still enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah. How can you not?
I know, because it's just such a well-crafted film. And yes, it borrows a bit from the original trilogy, but that was the whole point.
And the fans are going to love it.
And the fans loved it, and they continue to love it, and they keep going back to love it more. Repeated viewings over and over again. I've only seen it twice. You've seen it how many times now?
I'm stuck on 4.
You're stuck on 4. But I mean, most of our friends, it seems, have seen it 2, 3, 4. I know I have one friend who has seen it 6 times now.
Damn.
And will continue to do so. So
I just got lazy. I wanted to see it again, but I was like, nah, I don't want to leave.
I don't
want to drive.
You'll see it again. You know you will.
I'm going to see it again. I want to get it out on video so I can put it onto my virtual reality headset.
Oh, yes.
That'd be so cool. You can get 3D on this thing. It's nuts.
We'll talk about that later when we talk a little bit about Zootopia. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Star Wars The Force Awakens, destined to be the #1 all-time box office film. I mean, let's just say it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen domestically very quickly. It's going to happen worldwide not too long after that.
I'd give it a fortnight.
Nice. Yeah, I know. And the fact that it's done it so quickly, I mean, that talks speaks a lot about the cost of tickets, but it also speaks about how many people are going to see it in droves over and over again. Awesome.
Yay, repeat views.
$700 million it has taken in just 3 weeks. Wow.
I want some of that.
Speaking of Lucasfilm properties, probably something else is going to annoy George Lucas. But Bob Iger with Disney has let it be known that there will be a 5th Indiana Jones movie.
And that's pretty much a lock for Harrison Ford, because they've said that nobody else would play him.
Exactly. Well, Steven Spielberg came right out and said that if he were to make a new Indiana Jones film, Harrison Ford is his only choice at this point.
Yeah, they could kill him off.
Yeah, I think they do that.
I don't know.
Just don't bring back. Maybe they'll just kill off Shia LaBeouf.
They could do that. I would like to see a repeat of the giant boulder, and he doesn't get away.
Have you seen the one where it's BB-8?
Yes. That'd be all right.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Is that
one.
canon?
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exactly.
BB-8
Well, you know the as the story goes, when Han Solo was frozen in carbonite, he dreamed about being Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where those
comic where
from.
they where Chewie and Han land on Earth, and they discover Indiana Jones discovers the bones of Chewbacca or something. I don't know. It got to be too many words for me.
Awkward, but anyway, yeah. Bob Iger has said, and he's hinted at it. And Steven Spielberg has been talking about it, and Harrison Ford is continually being asked about it. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least one more with Harrison Ford.
We can get a good one, right?
We can. I think so. And I think Steven Spielberg wouldn't mind doing it to maybe make up for some of the shortcomings of Crystal Skull, or
make up for Shia LaBeouf.
Make up for Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, he was swinging with monkeys.
Yes. But enough about Kate Blanchett. Uh,
Ah,
no, I shouldn't say that. I like Kate Blanchett.
it's all right.
I don't know if I like her as a communist soldier, but I don't know.
What, you're talking about half of Hollywood there.
Yeah. So Indiana Jones 5.
What's it called?
Coming to a theater near you soon in
Does it have
IMAX.
a subtitle?
It doesn't have
Ooh.
a subtitle. It doesn't even
Let's
have
give
a
it a
title.
subtitle.
It's,
Indiana Jones and
what would we do? Okay, we've done the whole biblical Ark of the Covenant. We did Indian legends and cultures and their lore. We did the Holy Grail. We did Martians.
how about
Extraterrestrials. What secret is there left to unlock by Indian friends?
probably like some sort of voodoo cave in Louisiana.
Okay, that'd be good. Why not?
No, it's more.
I don't
like
know
a
if they do
Scooby-Doo
caves. I
episode.
don't know. Can they do caves in Louisiana? It's kind of
I don't
they'd
know.
fill up with water. I don't know.
Well, it'd maybe be above ground.
Could be. All righty. Yeah, they could. They could do voodoo. They could.
They could do voodoo, but I don't know. That, like I said, that's more of a Scooby-Doo episode, I think.
And we would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't have been for
Indiana
Jones.
Jones. And Short Round.
Short round. I'll bring back short round. There you go.
Playing the same age.
Exactly. Might be a tad bit awkward, but
Same actor, playing the same age.
nice.
Yeah. So I'm in line for this already.
Oh yeah. Well, we all are. You know we are.
Indiana Jones, The Force Awakens.
We'll do it.
So James Gunn apparently saw a cut of Captain America Civil War and has said that it's one of the best Marvel movies ever.
Except for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is superior in every way.
Oh, of course. And this is according to the Nerdist.com.
Yes. Well, apparently James Gunn did like a Q&A on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I keep getting these notifications. James Gunn is live now.
I know, and usually by the time I get it, it's too late for me to go in and actually enjoy it. So yeah, I that bothers me.
I got onto it once just in time to hear him say "f you" to somebody.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Or maybe
guys...
because he saw your name pop up on his screen.
No, we're best buds. He was talking to somebody who called him old.
James Gunn, old, please.
Yeah, he said you look old. So James Gunn was having none of that.
Okay, well, good for him.
I
But
guess.
yeah, I guess he saw a rough cut, and it has to be. I mean, a lot of the effects probably are not in it yet, but he
No.
says that it's one of the best of the Marvel films.
And he sang so many praises on Tom Holland, SpiderMan.
SpiderMan. I saw something I'm going to say it's on comicbook.com where
Comicbook.com.
supposedly in the storyline, Iron Man helps Spider-Man design his costume.
Oh, I can see that.
But James Gunn likes Tom Holland's performance, and he likes the storyline, and he's not one to give faint praise too. He's pretty honest when he assesses it, and and unlike George Lucas, if he was dissatisfied with the film, he would have just kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
But if he says he likes it, and James Gunn is as big a movie geek as there is, for him to say that he really likes it and thinks it's one of the best Marvel movies, I will take him at his word, and it makes me even more excited about the film coming out in May.
We have to get him on the show.
I would love to get him on the show. Good God. Anyway,
He seems approachable.
he does. Although he has pretty much said that, there are certain things that certain lines he will not cross when you reach out to him in social media. He tends not to acknowledge or return messages on social media. And he's come right out and said this, and it's not a personal thing, mostly because he's so overwhelmed with comments and requests and things like that. It's just he's better off not doing it. But I think he's even commented on the fact that he's been asked through social media to do interviews and things like that, and it just doesn't work that way. You need to go through PR people, publicists, go through the proper channels to do it.
Go through the proper channels.
And yes, I'm trying.
Throw my name in there. We talk.
I shall. And actually, you know who else I have actually thrown it out there to request an interview with? Alex Hirsch.
Oh,
I did do that. I
Gravity
actually
Falls.
reached out to a PR person that I am familiar with Disney XD, and requested an interview with Alex Hirsch because Gravity Falls, the show he created, is coming to a close, and the final episode will air on February 15th.
God, that makes me so sad.
Seriously, it
2
does.
seasons too soon. Hashtag.
Yes, 2 seasons spread out over 3 years.
Yeah.
Took them a while. And I think that's one of the problems Gravity Falls has had. It as good as it is, and as much of a following as it is, it's been a difficult show to track on cable, on the Disney channels. If you want to catch it, online and see it through Watch Disney Channel or Watch Disney XD or whatever it is, that's a better way to do it. But if you actually want to see it air on cable, it's hard to find sometimes the new episodes because they've spread it out and scheduled it at different times for the 3 years it's been on the air.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows you find that are like that more often. The show I watch that I equate to Gravity Falls, Rick and Morty. I mean, that's season 2 is wrapped up, and we really don't know when season 3 will be. A year and a half.
Yeah,
maybe longer.
Exactly.
That's what all these shows are doing now, just stringing you along. They never announced that Curb Your Enthusiasm was done. I don't know if I'm ever going to see more of those.
I don't
Every
know.
once in a while I hear there's going to be more, but there never is.
Yeah. I mean, we're reaching a point where all we're ever going to get is like Netflix or Amazon, where it's suddenly all 12 episodes or 13 episodes of a season are released and you binge watch it. I think that's the future of all television is going to be that way.
Yes. And virtual reality.
Yes, virtual reality. Yeah. Speaking of that, I did finally see all of Jessica Jones. I don't know if we talked about that previously.
I don't know. I haven't watched that one yet.
Seriously, see it.
Is it good?
See it. So good.
I was going to start watching that Aziz Ansari show, that Master of None, because everybody literally loves it.
Yes.
You know what I think? I think it sucked.
Ooh. So
I got so bored with it.
Then you need to see Jessica Jones, and I need to hear what you think about it. It is dark. It is very original. It is unlike any Marvel quote unquote superhero series or film that you have seen. It has one of the best villains. David Tennant as Kilgrave is absolutely
the Whovians creamed their
amazing.
jeans.
But he is so horrible. He is the most vile villain you will ever find in the Marvel world or in TV or anywhere. I mean, he's horrible, but he's also charming. He's a fascinating character. He's so well written. And Jessica Jones herself is just a great character.
I'll have to check it out.
Anyway, gotta see it.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe next year. 2017. A lot of things coming.
Get it started. There are 13 episodes. You got to check it out. But anyway, Gravity Falls, the finale is set for February 15th on Disney XD. And yes, very serious about the fact that I'm trying to get Alex Hirsch on the show. We'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And the Falls be with you.
Yep. And Zootopia, and you've got the better story coming up.
Yeah.
But if you want to catch a sneak preview of Zootopia, it is going to screen a sneak preview in the Disney parks coming up on January 21st, I believe.
Oh.
And it will be at the Bugs Life Theater at California Adventure and Disney's Hollywood Studios as part of the One Man's Dream attraction. An odd place to show it.
Oh, I guess if it works.
Yes, but anyway, you can catch a first glimpse of that on January 21st. The movie comes out on March 4th in theaters nationwide.
Is by your side.
And that said, there's a bit of a stir about Zootopia and some of the let's just call it fan fiction, shall we?
The furry community. They're all over this. Now, before we go any further, I was only made aware of this story because Tim sent me a link. This
Yes.
is not something that I knew about before.
Sure.
anyway-
And this is something I read on Cartoon Brew, actually. They brought
Cartoon
it to our
Brew.
attention.
There is Zootopia porn already. This movie's not even out.
But because there is a
And it's messed up, people.
part of society that finds some sort of sexual attraction to the concept of anthropomorphic animals.
They love them.
Yeah.
They dress up as them. They
Yeah.
have furry conventions.
And if that's what you enjoy, by all means, knock yourself out. However, it's still made for an interesting story from Cartoon Brew.
No, I think, yeah, if you want to get off to animals, that's fine. Not real animals.
Yeah.
That's not fine. But anthropomorphic animals, whatever. I don't judge.
No.
But, yeah, there's a petition to stop it, I guess.
Yeah,
I think
it was
it's
somebody
fine.
started a petition on change.org to tell certain
Furries.
websites out there to stop creating Zootopia porn.
I wish it was a White House petition. And they had to address it.
Yes, they've all locked themselves up in a national park in Oregon. And oh wait.
So, yeah, the person who made the petition, though, has then recanted the petition and said, I saw some of it, and it's kind of hot. Please make more.
I would love to say we're making this up. We are not.
No, this whole story is going to be 2016 in a nutshell.
Exactly. It seriously is.
So that's out there. If you want to find it, I'm sure you know how.
Yes. Well, we'll put the link
I'm not thinking that. I don't
to
wanna-
the no. We'll put the link to the Cartoon Brew story, and you can decide from there how far you want to go down the rabbit hole, shall we say?
Oh, no! No! And that will do it for this edition of Inside the Mouse Castle. Don't forget to visit us at zootopiaporn.com, at themousecastle.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/themousecastle, and on Twitter at InsideTheMC, #ZootopiaPorn.
And we are also on Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest. And you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Trying to get myself pulled together now.
#ZootopiaPorn.
Exactly. Coming up this week on the Mouse Castle Lounge, I am going to be sitting down and talking with reporter, videographer, journalist Mark Eads with the Orange County Register. Disneyland is his beat, and he writes a lot about it. And we're going to actually be talking about the upcoming changes that are happening in Disneyland. It's just a week away. They're going to close down the Rivers of America. They're going to close down Big Thunder, everything.
What?
Well,
Big Thunder?
Big Thunder Ranch, Big
Oh,
Thunder
railroad's still
Trail.
going, though,
Okay, the
right?
railroad's still going.
Oh, cats.
They're going to put the train on hiatus, I guess, while they construct Star Wars Land. And anyway,
it's gonna suck.
I know. And actually, I'm going to be in Disneyland this week. I'm going to be down there Tuesday and Wednesday. And the weather's going to be really crappy this week. They're going to get nothing but rain all week. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to sit down with Mark, and we're going to talk about his career and upcoming changes at Disneyland and all of that stuff. And that should be out this Friday on the Mouse Castle Lounge. And yeah, that's all I got. So Happy New Year.
Zootopia porn.
Zootopia porn.
That's really what I think that's the takeaway.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it's going to, I mean, it's there's much to be disturbed about this on many levels, but it's what you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And
Zootopia porn.
and with that, we'll catch you next time on Inside the Mouse Castle.
See ya.